But when you have deliberate, concerted, repeated pushing of hoaxes, you're like, wait a second, like, come on, man, this is too far.
Whoopi Goldberg's bold antics have finally come back to bite her, and in a big way. The View, once a platform for her outspoken opinions, is now at the center of a storm of 30 major defamation lawsuits. The pressure's mounting as Goldberg and her co-hosts face the consequences of their fiery remarks, many of which have stirred up controversy for years. Whoopi has long made waves with her sharp commentary, taking aim at figures like Elon Musk and the Trump family. But her recent comments seem to have crossed a line, one she hadn't anticipated. In this case, she seriously misjudged the power of high-profile figures who aren't afraid to fight back, while Musk and the Trumps have often been targets of her scathing critiques. It was the latter who had finally had enough. After being portrayed as part of conspiracies, corruption, and more, the Trump family decided to take a firm stand. They're known for not backing down from a fight, and this time they came prepared with deep-pocketed legal teams ready to retaliate. Now, the situation is unfolding fast. What was once a string of bold, controversial claims has turned into a full-blown legal battle with Goldberg on the defensive. The question remains, can she recover from the fallout, or has this been the tipping point in her career?
Because I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president.
That's not true.
So is this the guy who's qualified to make decisions about the most powerful military in the world, who clearly does not know anything about the military?
The stupidity is unmatched. Unmatched. This is the guy that she's saying doesn't know anything about the military. Does he look like he doesn't know anything about the military to you? This woman literally had to do no research, came out here and is just exposing the idiocy for what it is. And she said he clearly knows nothing about the military. She clearly hasn't done a lick of research. The man has a bachelor's from Princeton, a master's from Harvard, 2 Bronze Stars. Here's what qualifies you for a Bronze Star. The individual must demonstrate heroic or meritorious achievement or service while serving in a combat theater. The man was a major in the National Guard, and he served in Iraq.
Donald Trump, known for his legal battles, has made it clear. Take a swing at him, and he'll swing back twice as hard. Whoopi Goldberg is now learning the hard way that her unchecked commentary comes with a steep price. What started as personal comments has escalated into a full-scale legal showdown. It's not just the likes of Elon Musk and the Trump family suing The View. Country music star Carrie Underwood has also stepped in. After Whoopi implied Underwood was involved in manipulating awards, Carrie fought back, calling the claims false and damaging to her reputation. What followed was a dramatic legal clash that Whoopi never saw coming, as the consequences of her fiery remarks started to hit hard.
Like, did you see what she did to that Staten Island bakery?
Yeah.
No.
Crazy.
What?
So
She ate
Staten Island
everything.
Bakery, their boiler went down, and she placed an order of cupcakes for her birthday. And they
So,
couldn't
hold
do
on,
the
hold on,
order.
hold on. I can't imagine yet how this would go bad. Okay, go ahead.
So she places this order. They say, we can't promise you that we can do this because our boiler is down. So we can't fulfill this order. And so then the next day, the boiler's back up. She has someone else call the same bakery, and they get the order in because now the boiler's up. She claims the reason why they didn't take her order is because they didn't like her politics. And so she says this on The View. So then the bakery has a press conference where they say, we've been in business for 150 years. This is not what happened at all. We don't discriminate against anybody regardless of anything. We just had a problem with our boiler. And she's singling out a family-run business. And then there's a line around.
Carrie Underwood's team demanded millions in damages, leaving The View scrambling to respond to the fallout. This was no longer just celebrity gossip. It was about protecting careers. Carrie wasn't about to let baseless accusations ruin her reputation. And just when the pressure on The View hit its peak, Joe Rogan entered the scene. If there's one figure in the media world you don't want to cross, it's Rogan. With his huge audience and unapologetic style, Rogan is a media powerhouse. Whoopi made the critical mistake of publicly attacking him, calling his podcast content irresponsible and dangerous. But Rogan didn't back down. He responded with precision, calling out Whoopi for spreading misinformation and pointing out the hypocrisy of her moral stance. Rogan didn't stop at words. He brought the legal heat, His swift counter-lawsuit accused Goldberg of defamation, false claims, and trying to tarnish his character. The battle had just taken an even more serious turn.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's been overwhelming my past couple days. So I just went in there, did my thing. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know who Sunny Hostin was. I actually still really don't know. So I wasn't expecting necessarily for her to kind of try to ambush me in that way and attack my character in that way.
Well, it is the show that people love to hate.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
They get so much hate watching viral clips of them saying ridiculous things. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a rabies infested.
Joe Rogan, ever the sharp businessman, made it clear that the View's smear campaign wouldn't end without serious consequences. The legal battle quickly turned into a media frenzy, with Rogan's legal team pulling out all the stops to showcase Whoopi Goldberg's recklessness and demand accountability. It became a showdown between two titans, but this time, Whoopi was out of her league. Her team simply couldn't handle the storm. The lawsuits, the sponsor exodus, and the mounting backlash were too much for The View to withstand. And then came the breaking point. The show was canceled. Decades of on-air drama and controversy ended in a spectacular implosion that left the audience stunned. It wasn't just Whoopi's career in freefall. The entire team, co-hosts, producers, and everyone behind the scenes were swept up in the chaos. What was once a symbol of daytime TV dominance had turned into a cautionary tale of unchecked celebrity privilege and reckless accusations. With lawsuits piling up, advertisers fleeing, and a growing public outcry, the show became a financial black hole. Even the network known for weathering scandals couldn't ignore the reality. The astronomical legal bills, coupled with the relentless pressure from the Trump family, Carrie Underwood, Joe Rogan, and others who had been dragged through the mud, sealed The View's fate. And that's how one of the most controversial shows on television came to an end amidst lawsuits, backlash, and a lesson in accountability. What you think about this shocking twist? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay tuned for the next one. See you soon.